Oh, it's motherfucking Coco, baby. What up, everybody? This is Coco. Welcome back to another episode of a brand new series called Detroit Become Human. If you are new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you are already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. With that being said, let's go ahead and get things started. Alright. So this game came out a while back already, and it deals a lot with artificial intelligence and making certain choices that affect the gameplay and whatnot. There's definitely different endings, different scenarios that you can play.
Hello. Welcome to the Detroit
They look
experience.
Mario though.
I'm an android and I'll be your hostess.
They look Mario. She looks delicious though.
Before we begin, let's make some adjustments to optimize your experience. These language settings were detected on your console. Are they correct?
Let me see. Do I want to play in English, French, Portuguese, Spanish? I don't know. Do I want to go with Spanish or English? I mean, I can definitely do either one, to be quite honest with you. I'm gonna go with English though, cause you know that's pretty much what we're gonna be playing as. Let's go ahead and just pick that for now. Let me go ahead and turn off the AC though, so I don't get. Okay, let's go ahead. English, text language, English, subtitles on. Let's do large, so that way motherfuckers can read in case, you know. Keep changes, yes.
Please adjust your screen settings.
Yo, she looks mad real though. I want to go with hella bright. How much more bright can you go? Oh no, that looks hella stupid. I'm gonna go with 40. I'm gonna go with 30.
Thank you. Now select your profile.
Experienced. I want immersive gameplay with advanced controls, a fair challenge where mistakes can mean losing a character. I'm gonna go with experienced.
When this sign is displayed, please do not turn off your console. You are now ready to begin Detroit. Remember, this is not just a story. This is our future.
You look delicious, baby girl. Look delicious. 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 I got the magic in me. Yeah, Nani, this game is really good. It's I think you will like it and appreciate it. It's a story that has to do with artificial intelligence. Pretty much androids, humans thinking androids can take over the world or replace humans. You're dealt with different choices. Think about The Walking Dead, but with androids and artificial intelligence. The game is really good. I never ended up getting it because I ended up playing it on a friend's console. And I played it from beginning to end on my friend's console, and the choices you make definitely affect the gameplay, and it was a hell of an interesting storyline. It touches on the lives of different androids and pretty much what they went through, whether they were rich scenarios, poor scenarios. Each scenario was different, but let's put it this way: humans ended up buying androids for different purposes and whatnot. This guy right here, he's a cop, believe it or not. He works for the and you know, they're androids when they have that little blue light thing around their forehead, and that's going to be very crucial for us to understand when they have that blue thing around their forehead. It's going to play a very important part in the game.
Negotiator on site. Negotiator on site.
Alright, so we get to play. Now, there's things that are going to give us, that are going to help us analyze the scenario and what we can do here.
An android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
You see? Sucking all that bullshit. So R2 is pretty much gonna help you consult what you have to do next. It's gonna tell you pretty much where your next objective is. And let's put it this way: the scenario of this game is set in a time where people don't trust androids. What's gonna happen next? I'll give you a little background on the first scenario that we're gonna come through. The little girl was growing up. For whatever reason, the android that took care of her, the babysitter, felt threatened that they were going to be replaced by a different model. The android somehow ended up getting feelings for the little girl, not in a Bill Cosby way or a Peter Bear type of way, but he felt threatened because he said he looked at it as it was his daughter, right? And they pretty much said that artificial intelligence cannot feel emotions. They're programmed to do a job but not feel emotions. This android somehow ended up feeling emotions for the little girl, thinking that it was its daughter or something that he must have taken care of. And it came to a point where he became jealous because he thought it was going to be replaced and started to kill the family in that sense. And now it's up to a point where he's like, you know what, if I don't get to keep the girl, nobody can keep the little girl. And that's pretty much where we're at. And they sent me in as an android that works for the police as a negotiator to hopefully try to calm the situation. And like I said, it has different outcomes depending on how you play. You can either get killed, save the little girl, kill the android. It just depends on how fast you react.
I don't give a shit. My men are ready to step in. Just give the order.
We gotta speak to this guy, Captain Allen. Captain Allen? I'm here, my boy. I'm here, my boy. Can I speak to you?
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Deviant's name.
Do you know its name?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach.
Deviant's behavior, emotional, shocked.
Have you tried its deactivation
It's
codes?
the first thing we tried.
It didn't work.
Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
48% probability success. I don't have that much time. I understand what happened. Now, save hostages at all costs. Locate the hostage. So let's understand what happened first. Okay, we're gonna use the right stick. Alright. Let's go ahead and see the different places that we gotta check. There's different things we can definitely click around the apartment, so that's one thing. There was definitely a gun. Look for clues. Okay, that's one clue. We saw the other one though. Didn't we see the fucking bullet? That's the gun the android picked up. Alright, so the way you gotta go is press forward. The deviant took the father's arm. Alright, so now we know kind of what happened. So the way you work this thing out, right? It pretty much you analyze what happens in here. There's definitely stuff that you have to locate the hostage. You gotta look for clues that pretty much reconstruct the scene. And it definitely gets interesting as you play along, believe me. There's nothing else we can do there. Now if you go into the room, you're definitely going to see what's going to happen next. This is the little girl's room. There's a couple of more clues that you can analyze here. The little girl was listening to stuff. Child didn't hear the gunshots, so pretty much the android started shooting at, I believe, the father or whoever the fuck it was. And it interacts with the control. That's the thing I like about this game. It looks hella realistic. So that's the android, Daniel. The deviant's name is Daniel. And that's very important because you kind of want to treat the android like it's human. The android is thinking that it actually has emotions. And that's nothing rare because at this point you're pretty much analyzing everything that the android does, right? And you're going to want to treat it as it's human. He's threatening about jumping. We're gonna save it, even though it's dying. Now, software instability. Alright. So we pretty much done everything we could on this side at least. We understood what the hostage did. Okay, what else do we gotta do next? There's definitely more areas of clues over there. Now we gotta play it cool at this point because the android still is going to want to do a couple of things that are gonna hurt the little girl. And that's not what we want. The little girl, that's pretty much where they're at.
But the hostage taker could be the family's android. He may have taken the lives of at least one family member and a police officer. If confirmed, this would be the first case of an android deliberately taking human lives. By all signs, the SWAT team are preparing for an assault, and it's been just...
So that's pretty much happening right now. It's live. The next couple of things that we can do is there's more clues in the room. The father is obviously dead. He's definitely shooting the people. Relax. Turn it off! Turn it off, my man! The family was about to have dinner. I mean, shit was about to go down. Okay, so the percent rate is going down. That's not a good thing. So he killed the officer. The guy's dead. Diseased. And she saw he wants to push. Nah. He was going for the guy. Cop shot the deviant. So at least the guy is pretty much shot. So at least we located the weapon. Can we get the weapon? We're gonna pick up the weapon just in case. I don't know if we're gonna have to kill the guy or not. You're gonna take it with us just in case. So he's shooting at the cops, obviously. We're gonna go see what happened with the father. He killed the father, obviously. Unfortunately, they shot the father, and we're gonna see what happened. Poor guy. He didn't need to die. That's the fourth clue. He got shot 3 times. 1, 2. Left abdominal perforated. 2, 3. Where's the fourth one though? There you go, right there. I was about to say I couldn't find the fourth one. Let's reconstruct. And that's the good thing about the android. He can definitely... Is that a faja? No, I don't think it's a faja. The android can pretty much reconstruct using its technology to see what the fuck happened. So the father was holding something. What was he holding though? Which means... What was he holding? And this pretty much is gonna tell us what's gonna happen next. This pretty much is gonna give us the clue about what happened. He was gonna buy a new fucking android. So the deviant was going to be replaced. That's pretty much what happened. That's why the android decided to kill the father. The probability of success went up. So now they're getting ready.
What are we waiting for? We should take...
Hostage could be wounded.
What the fuck are you doing? You gotta talk to her, boy.
We're gonna talk to her right now. Relax. Not yet, not yet. Okay, let's just go. Let's just go and talk to it. I think we're good at this point, yeah.
Stay back! Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
No, please, I'm begging you.
Now we gotta play it cool here. Because a little girl could die and we don't want the little girl to die. Now the android can definitely die, that's okay.
Hi, Daniel! My name is Connor. How do you know my name? I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
Now the rate went down. They need to relax with that shit.
I know you're angry, Daniel. But you need to trust me and let me help. I don't want your help. Nobody can help me. All I want is for all this to stop. I just want all this to stop. Are you armed? No, I don't have a gun. You're lying. I know you have a gun. I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. I came here unarmed.
Am I new?
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right? I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered.
We gotta approach her very
I was
slowly.
just their toy. Something you throw away when you're done with it. There's no way out, Daniel. What you've done is too serious. The only question is whether or not you take another innocent life. It's not up to you. I'm holding all the cards. If I die, she dies. You hear me?
No, we don't want her to die. Relax.
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's
Also,
done
there's a
nothing
bunch of
wrong.
fireworks
She
in my
lied to me.
neighborhood. Legit rag that someone telling them shut that fucking lighter off, deadass.
But I was wrong.
She loves you, my boy.
She's just like all the other humans.
Daniel, no.
I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
The situation is under control. This game is definitely interesting, Nani. I think you and Lokodoken would like this game.
You have to trust me, Daniel. Let the hostage go, and I promise you, everything will be fine. I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Unfortunately, we had to kill the android. There was no other option. Already seen the ending of this game. Yeah, I know I'm kind of late. I'm late with the game, but we ended up getting it for free on the PlayStation Plus. I decided that whether it's a new game or an old game, I want to play it because of the story. It's definitely something I wanted to share with others who might have not experienced the game. I've played the game as well too. I was just explaining to Nani that I played this game on one of my friend's PlayStations 4, and I finished from beginning to end. I don't know if you played all the endings. This game has several fucking endings, different scenarios, so I don't think you might have played everything like that. That was an Android, yep, that was an Android, Nani. So the flow chart is pretty much going to tell you what could have been the possible outcomes to each scenario, but towards the end of the game, it gets hella crazy, hella fucking crazy. So here you can see pretty much what everybody else chose, the different paths that they could have taken and whatnot. People could have chosen not to save the fish, and these things affect pretty much your AI as you continue on with the game. Definitely, like I said, different outcomes to each scenario and whatnot. Other people's used the gun, other people's didn't want to use the gun. Some of them saved them. Sometimes you can save both of them. The little girl dies. Different outcomes are different and whatnot. Yeah, the game is old, but it's definitely something, like I said, interesting that I wanted to share with everybody else. People can definitely appreciate this game no matter how old or new it is, and I think that's with all other games that come out, whether they're new or old. Again, my point is, if it's a great game and it has a great story, it's definitely something worth sharing with people.
Come on, Zoe, let's go.
So right now they're in a store and they're looking at androids. Look at that. You're an android and you're just looking around. So imagine you're an android, right? And somehow you just came to a realization that you can have emotions and you're being sold. What are you gonna do? So everybody else is programmed to do something. What up, drunk brute? How'd it do, my boy? Welcome to the stream.
Painting, plumbing, gardening, repairs.
So androids can have several jobs that they can do and whatnot.
If you'll just follow break-in or if it detects smoke.
Excuse me, how much is that one over there?
The NP800 is slightly more expensive, but it has many other functions.
And here's something interesting. People can use androids. In case you're wondering, people can fuck androids.
There it is. It was a bit difficult getting it back in working order.
Okay.
It was really messed up. What'd you say happened to it again?
The car hit it. Stupid accident.
Oh, I see. Anyway, it's as good as new now, except that we had to reset it. Meaning we had to wipe its memory.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind.
Chilling with my Susan. Oh shit! What up? What up, Ryan? How you doing, my boy?
AX400. Register your name.
So this guy, right? This story right here. This guy is abusive as fuck. This father is drunk. Is a drunk. He takes care of his daughter, right? The wife abandoned him, and Kara pretty much ends up being the babysitter that takes care of the little girl. But every time some shit happens, the father gets drunk. He abuses the little girl. He hits her, and the android gets in the way. The android keeps pretty much getting smarter as the story goes along, and it comes to the point where the android wants to defend the little girl. Because remember, they're programmed to obey and not react to anything that goes on around them. So Kara's about to grow some balls, and she's about to, you know, whip this motherfucker with her dick. Metaphorically speaking, obviously. The drunk father can actually save you in the end game. Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of people chose to kill him because he was a dick. He was a dick. And I mean, I'm gonna choose to kill that motherfucker. I'm sorry. It's just I can't stand him abusing his little girl the way he does. I mean, he became a fat motherfucker. The wife was bound to leave him. She couldn't get some of that, you know. She wanted some of that good, but she couldn't get none of that. So she abandoned his ass. Plus, he was drinking too much, way too much. He said, "Yerp." No, he wasn't a human, Nani. In the previous scenario, that guy that we killed wasn't a human. So keep in mind that these androids, the way you can differentiate between human and androids, they have that circular blue light on their forehead, on the side of their forehead, in their temple. And like I said, that's gonna come in handy because at one point, I'm not to spoil it too much, but if an android wants to fit in and they want to look just like humans, that's the only thing that differentiates them from humans to androids, and that's gonna play an important role in the story. Check your phone, Coco. Let me see what's going on up in this bitch. I have all the good waifus. Deadass! What the fuck is this? Rino Yuchi? What the fuck is that? Did you wife her? What the fuck is this? Rino Yuchi? That's fucking disturbing as fuck. What the fuck is that? Would you like to go home? So yeah, in this game, they actually use androids to fuck too. Believe it or not. I know that probably came across your minds at one point or another. Do people use androids to fuck them? Yes, they do. I'm talking about old geezers going into clubs, having these baby girls, and they bust a whole nut in them. They bust a whole nut in these baby girls. And they actually use guys too. Gay motherfuckers out there who be, you know, sucking android dicks and shit. All jokes aside, that's what they do. Look at that. So the android runs with the guy. That's some slavery shit right there. You're going back to the 1700s. You fucking teaching these fucking androids to be slaves and shit. So wait for the green light. Now, this is the point where you can actually violate the law, and it does play into how the story rolls out. But we don't want to be disobedient for now. Not for now. We want to follow the rules, because then we'll get in trouble and shit. Now the light is green and we can go. But the story, like I mentioned, has a lot to do with choices and what you do in the outcomes. Press R2 for the GPS. Obviously you're a robot, so you're going to be able to choose the GPA and whatnot. Retrieve order 847 at Bellini's Pains. That gotta be some Italian motherfucker. Bellini. Bellini. Sucking my tortellini. Oh, bitch, you hit. Come here, baby girl. Hold up a second. Who the fuck you hitting with that? Can I punch that bitch? I don't know if I could punch the shit out of you, dirty ass bitch. Bet you don't even shave. That bitch just threw the cup at me. What you playing, my man? You got that new little Uzi Vert? Got that new little pump? Human music, $1 to hear music with soul. What the fuck? You see? These motherfuckers are racist. Talking about, you could probably play better music than them though. Do it with my dick close. I give you some of that head. Alright, let's just continue on. Where we gotta go next? So we gotta go to Bellini's paint shop. But the story, like I said, the story is really interesting. I like the way the characters are designed. Very, very good character development. And I just like the way the stories are developed as they go along. Bellini's paints. Now this guy right here, he takes care of, he caters to a person who likes doing art. But the guy has a son who's a dick. The guy has a son who's a dick, and you'll see the storyline, not to spoil it too much. But he's here to purchase some paint for his owner, who is a guy who likes to play do art.
Identification verified.
He's that actor, by the way. I don't know if you guys recognize this Andrew, but he's a real actor.
Here is your order number 847.
Devil May Cry is installed. We're gonna play Devil May Cry 5 after this, by the way. He's like, pay.
Payment confirmed.
Transaction complete.
I did check my phone already. What are you talking about? Motherfucker, Coco will never have Rookie. I saw the Sword Art Online, baby girl. I like Sword Art Online. I checked it already, though. Fuck you mean? This guy looks like he is the actor. That's what I was gonna tell you. Some of these characters are based off real actors. His owner, you're gonna recognize his owner. His owner is a famous known actor as well. Most of these people are based off real people. And I like that most video games are doing that, actually. Because now they're pretty much using real people for their games. Kind of like what they're doing with what's his name? Wait, where do we gotta go next? Take the bus home. I need 2 more waifus to be complete. Legit over 150 waifus summoned a day. The fuck? It's kind of like what they're doing with Cyberpunk, where they ended up getting Keanu Reeves. Most of the games are starting to do that, and I like that. They're actually hiring actors to use them in video games, and that's actually very smart. The bus, I don't think, is on this side, if I'm not mistaken. No, the bus is not down there. We're definitely going the right direction, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely this side. Let's see. Yep, it's right over there. But yeah, he's definitely one of those actors. Look, and you can rent. And this is the thing I like about the interaction with the environment. You can see how people are just picking up androids out of left field that they can use temporarily throughout the day. They don't need to have one actually of their own. There's still homelessness happening in the world. It's just become a society where everything has been dependent on technology. And there's also riots and protests.
When do we want it? What do we want? Where the fuck you going, Tin Can?
They don't like androids.
No kidding. Hey guys, check it out. We got one of those tin cans here.
Look at this little motherfucker. You steal our jobs, but you can't even stand up.
They treat them. They treat us like garbage. And the police can't do anything about it. The police can't do anything about it. That's the thing.
You ain't going anywhere. We're gonna fuck your bitch ass up. Yeah, waste it.
Do it.
Alright. It's enough. Leave it alone.
Let us teach this bastard a lesson.
They're upset because obviously androids have
I'm gonna have to find you.
replaced humans to a certain extent. And
Next. So you like it.
Okay. Let's go. Run along.
bitch ass motherfucker. I'm the motherfucker that kills motherfuckers like you. So wait for the bus. Keanu Reeves is lit though. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. So yeah, this guy is definitely he's an actor in real life. Like I said, the game has a lot of things mixed into it that deal with I would say a lot of stigmas that are going on in the world. A lot of things that you can relate to what's going on in today's society. I guess it has to do with race, preference. Look, androids ride in the back of the bus. They don't ride in the front of the bus. It's crazy. It touches on a lot of subjects that are sensitive subjects in the real world. And that's why I like this game a lot. And when it became free in the PlayStation Plus for this month, I said I have to play it. I gotta play it on the channel. You're all breathtaking. You're breathtaking. I'm breathtaking? What do you mean? I just checked. I'm guessing they took it off for more shows because it was things. Yeah, they used to have it on Netflix before. What do you mean I'm breathtaking? Wow, loco, I thought it was. Wait, what? What do you mean I'm breathtaking? So yeah, that's pretty much what happens with this game. This game pretty much, like I said, it touches on a lot of different subjects, and it gets more crazy as the game goes along. And the choices you are bound to make are different as well too, and they get difficult. Oh, this story right here, oh my god, this is the one I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, I did see the meme. It's been a hot minute though. We watched it together, don't you remember? I forgot what you were referring to. Now she's gotta be like one of my favorite androids. She's fucking hot, I'm sorry. Even though she's an android, she's fucking hot as fuck. So can you guys guess who she's modeled after? She's an actress, by the way. Can you guys guess who she's modeled after? She's the baby girl that played what's her name?
You coming? You've been gone for 2 weeks, so the place is a mess. You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of... God damn it, where the fuck's the brat gone now? Alice! Alice!
She's an actress too.
That's Alice. You look after her. Homework, bath, all that crap. Got it?
Understood.
Yes, Dad.
Get started down here, then you do upstairs.
This story right here is a little bit, it's a little bit sad, but my god, like I said, the androids pretty much are living in an era where it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. They're not that expensive. There are more expensive models, but it's become the norm of them actually you know, being part of the household. I'm gonna have to get the phone.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Maybe. Depends on what you need.
So yeah, this motherfucker keeps getting drunk.
Yeah. I can get that.
I can get that. Gotta get that.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Loco, now I have a website already and it doesn't have ads. Yeah, I do have a website too. Didn't I recommend a website for you guys to watch all the other anime? Okay, we're not gonna do the laundry just yet. We're just collecting the trash right now. We gotta go to the living room. Hopefully he's gonna start some shit with us while we're cleaning here. Watch.
TV on.
He's gonna say we're in the way of some shit. Watch. Mine's is my website is called xhamster.com. I'm just playing. Gotta get that. Ooh, what is that? Look at this. This guy is owing so much fucking money. Look how much money he owns. That's why his wife left his bitch ass. Because he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't doing shit with his life. He was a deadbeat dad, if you think about it. The sad part is that the mom left the daughter. She went with some other guy with a bigger dick. It's all about the dick. These females, that's all they care about. They want that good, but you know. Ooh, this is important. This is very important to the plot of the game. The bus. You're gonna see why it's important later on. Remember, androids ride in the back of the bus if they're alone. If they have a companion that's human, they get to ride in front of the bus. But you'll see. You'll see. Coco, you know that's your website? What the fuck? Report to Todd. I finished the first floor.
I've made a good start down here. I'll head upstairs.
Do what you have to do, but stop bothering me.
And this guy's getting high. This guy's getting high in front of his fucking daughter. I don't know if you guys can see that. This motherfucker is getting high in front of his daughter. Nah, B, Coco used Grindr for all this. Hey, chill! Not Grindr. What the fuck? Grindr's for... Isn't that for gay people? Yeah, this motherfucker's getting high. And it's about to get a little bit interesting in the next couple of minutes. Urgent tasks. Tidy up Todd's room. Tidy up Alice's room. Clean the bathroom. we gotta do the laundry too. So yeah, this guy's getting high as a motherfucker right now. Let's check the laundry room really quick. Well, we gotta go pick up. You hear that, motherfucker? He's going like, oh. My man smoking that good herba yerba. What you got going on there? You got that purple, kush, that red bubbleberry sour, that green crack. You got that good shit. No, his daughter is real. No, these are humans. So look, the guy that's on the couch getting high, the little girl, they're humans. The character I'm playing as right now, she's the android or the nanny or the maid for the house. We are a replacement from the previous model that got supposedly hurt in a car accident, but that's not what happened. Todd, who's the father of the little girl, he ended up pretty much destroying the previous model because he hates women, let's put it that way, because his wife left him. So he ended up hurting the android and leaving it destroyed to the point where the android couldn't function. And that's when he was at the store picking up the replacement model. So these are actually humans, and I'm just a maid who's cleaning up the house at this point. What else is left to do? Clean up the mess. So everything that's in yellow is stuff that we're gonna analyze. We're gonna go ahead and switch on the TV to see what the fuck he was watching.
And now to sports.
ESPN.
First up, basketball. As the Gears prepare for the critical match
This is important.
tonight at the CyberLife
So
Arena
androids have also been infiltrated
negotiations are still ongoing
in
over the possibility of
sports.
allowing one Android player per squad.
One android player per squad. Now imagine if they had an android per squad. Kind of like cheating, right?
CyberLife has announced its willingness to participate in the experiment by providing one specialized model to every team.
Well, yeah, there's different endings. Obviously, that was my point, Local Token. There's different endings, and that's why the game is good, because you can play it in different styles, you know. Next channel.
225,000 jobs were lost from the US economy
And
in October.
what's going on the TV is very important also.
Unemployment figure up to 37.3.
Unemployments have gone up because androids have taken over, obviously, other jobs. So androids have pretty much been affecting the livelihood of humans in every aspect.
President Warren spoke today at the opening of a new CyberLife plant near Milwaukee. At the
One
event,
android per team, yeah. Like I said, it's important what goes on the TV because they give you a little foreshadowing of what's happening outside in the world.
200,000 android combat units as part of her increased military spending.
Very interesting. Very fucking interesting. The little girl is passing by. So the little girl is hoping that she remembers, that the android remembers. Medication warning, antidepressants. We find the gun there too. It's unlocked. So it's important, like I said, to remember what's pretty much going on in the game because the little girl thinks that this model is not going to remember who she is. As you can see, the father drinks a lot. That's his problem. He has a bad habit of drinking a lot of alcohol. I was hoping that for the hentai channel to be the first inning. What on your Google search? Deadass? What's next? You can look at the guitar. Obviously, it's not a it's not a requirement, but you want to clean up as much as possible because you don't want the father is gonna start with some shit in a little bit. He's gonna start having one of his tantrums because he's high as a motherfucker. He's smoking some shit. I don't know what that is, but that's definitely not weed. In the future or whatever the fuck this is set in, this is some other type of weed. An android quarterback. Now, can you believe that in American football, an android quarterback? American football has largely resisted the spread of android players, with top-tier games still an exclusive human affair. So imagine a android being a linebacker or something. That would be cheating. So I'm guessing that's why they only allowed a quarterback to be an android, because... But then again, the accuracy for that quarterback has got to be amazing. I wouldn't be surprised. And we're not going to read through all this whole thing, but we'll see what else they have on here. The price of life. These articles, like I said, are also important because they touch not only on the artificial intelligence of these androids, but also on those in the cars. And what's scary is that we already have cars that have artificial intelligence. Let's just put an example: the Tesla cars.
Watch it.
Look at him. Look at him with his bullshit. Look at him with his bullshit already. What the fuck did you do? I gotta clean the bathroom now because you took a big ass shit, my boy. He's smoking some Bill Cosby roofie shit. I gotta clean that dirty ass bathroom that smells like shit. What else is next? So we already cleaned the restrooms. We gotta clean the bathroom, which is downstairs. Well, let's go ahead and tidy up the bathroom. This shit's gotta be dirty than a motherfucker right now. My man. Oh, this gotta be the little girls. Yeah, probably the little girls. Well, you'll see what's gonna happen right now. Right now, like I said, this is just it's kind of like The Walking Dead. Remember, we have those moments of calm, everything is fine type of scenario. Then shit gets all crazy. You'll see what's gonna happen right now. This is pretty much just giving us a backstory on what the android does, what their life was. You think right now everything is fine and dandy, right? Like, this is pretty much what the android does. Nothing bad happens. But you saw how the father pushed us on the side, right? That's giving you a little foreshadowing on what's going on. Now I gotta rub my control. This shit looks hella gay because I have the control right by my dick. Alright, what's next? The bathroom is cleaned, so both of the optional stuffs are done. Now we can go ahead and clean up the little girl's room. Okay, so here's when shit's about to go crazy. Wait, didn't we tidy up Todd's room already? Wait a minute. Let's go back to his room. I could have sworn I tidied it up already. What else was missing? I gotta close that door though. We gotta ventilate. This game does take advantage of the PS4 remote, which is kind of nice. I could have sworn we pretty much cleaned everything. It's a Telltale, that's why. If Coco was in this game, he would order a lolly made and shit. That ass? How? How the fuck would I order a lolly made? Then again, no, I wouldn't do that. No. Jokes aside, though. Jokes aside, no. Jokes aside. I know I know you like joking a lot about the bullshit that happens in here. I did tell my mom and my dad, right? I said, listen, I don't plan on getting married or having kids, but if there's ever androids in real life, right, I would get me a daughter or a son that I can take care of, because you wouldn't have to worry about diapers. You wouldn't have to worry about feeding them. You only have to worry about buying them clothing and stuff like that. So that would be my thing. I don't know if you guys have watched Artificial Intelligence made by Steven Spielberg, but that's the type of son I would want. You know, because then I won't have to worry about, you know, having to feed them, sending them to college. You'll have to download programs for them to learn shit, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so this window is very important. The previous Android or her model, something happened with the window in this right here. Lift it up. Hella sus B, dead ass? How is this hella suspicious? Dead ass? I see, now the room is clean. Talk to Alice. Let's speak to Alice. She's gonna give us a little preview of what happened with us as the previous model.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again.
They used to be friends when she was reset.
You should tell me about yourself. What you like to do, where you like to go, your favorite foods. That would really help me. Your father said you chose my name. Kara. It's nice. How did you choose it? What about your mother? Will she be home soon?
Oh shit, we triggered. I didn't mean to trigger her. I mean, I knew the mother wasn't there, but give us a hug. Shoot right here. A dildo. You can tell the guy probably groped his daughter. Well, that's the thing. I don't know if the guy. That's the thing. I assumed the same thing. When I played this on my boy's PlayStation 4, my boy was telling me just keep playing the game and see what happens because he played it too, right? And I thought the same thing. I was like, wait a minute, did the guy rape his daughter or something? I wouldn't be surprised though if the guy actually molested the little girl. Which is kind of fucked up, you know, because no father, like, I know we joke a lot about bullshit here on the channel, but all jokes aside, that's a serious subject. No father or adult should ever do that to a little girl or a little boy. And it sucks, man, because I have a feeling the guy abused his daughter in a very bad way. A 4-leaf clover, that just goes to show you, that's very important because 4-leaf clovers are supposed to bring you luck, right? And that's not the case in this story. You can see the father used to be skinny at one point. That was the mom. And that's the android, by the way. That was... I don't know if that's the mom or the android, but you can see that somebody here ended up getting hurt and they're crying. That's the dad and the little girl. I think that's the little girl. My bad. That's the little girl and that's the dad now. The dad, that's us as the android. I found a 12-leaf clover once. What the fuck? A 12-leaf clover? My recommendation feed is filled with anime waifu tier list, even though I haven't watched shit like that. That's because Google is watching you, my boy. Google knows every move you do. And obviously, she shows us here what happened to us as the previous model. We ended up getting our shit rocked by the father. So that's what the little girl was trying to show us, that we ended up getting our shit rocked because the father hit the little girl. I guess we got involved and said, why the fuck are you hitting the little girl? And the father was like, come here, you little bitch, and pretty much tore us apart. That's the FBI. I can sense them. That ass. So Alice in Wonderland. The little girl's leading Alice to escape the reality of her life, which is living with an abusive father. So the next thing we can do now is go speak with her father. Too much sus anime titles, even though they're good anime. Alright, there's something else. We're gonna ask Todd for instructions in just a little bit. The little girl is pretty much living with an abusive father, and she's trying to escape reality by any means necessary. The father keeps getting high all the fucking time, and from here on out is where it gets really bad. The father is gonna become super fucking abusive, and you're gonna see what's gonna happen next. The guy's high as a motherfucker right now. He's high as a kite. Watch what's gonna happen next.
What are you doing?
I'm playing.
You're playing. I know what you're thinking. You think your dad's a lowlife? Huh? Fucking loser? Can't get a job, take care of his family?
Watch what happens next.
Don't you think I tried to make things work?
I can already tell because I've been watching this anime with a little title that tells you probably like it's itchy shit, but the anime made me cry at the end. That's how emotional it was. So imagine having your own blood father, and you used to love him at one point, and now he's become this deadbeat lowlife dad.
What am I doing?
And there's no way to understand why he's acting the way he is.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I love you, don't you?
So psychologically, as a little kid, you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, what am I supposed to believe? Like, does my father really love me? Is he just in a rough spot? It's definitely tough. It's definitely tough. The game gets very emotional. It gets very emotional. We'll do one more story, and then afterwards we'll play Devil May Cry 5. But I hopefully you guys have been enjoying the gameplay. If you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. We're gonna play a little bit more of this, and then afterwards we'll play some Devil May Cry 5. So I want to definitely play his story a little bit. You'll see what he's involved in. His owner is an art person. I wouldn't say famous, but he does really good with art, and he's a known actor. His owner, you'll see who he is. I need 5 more waifus so my harem is complete. We'll play layers sometime tomorrow, hopefully. All right, so you'll see who his owner is. He's a famous actor in real life also. What's the next objectives? Take care of Carl. Wake Carl upstairs. So we're gonna see right now who Carl is, and then we can actually go directly upstairs. I believe you were able to. This is the type of work he does. He does really famous art pieces that are sold for a lot of money. He does really good with art. We can explore the rest of the house if we wanted to at this point, before we wake him up. We got the food for him, which we're gonna bring upstairs. Let's play Coco Gets Bill Cosby Roofie Experience. That I want Scary Chupa Mierda. Scary games? But we already play scary games. What do you mean? We're just playing Resident Evil 4. Well, I don't think Resident Evil 4 is considered a scary game. We're gonna go to the living room just because I want you guys to see pretty much what this guy's life is about. He lives a very, very luxurious life. Very luxurious life. There's a couple of more things we can do here. We're gonna bring Carl downstairs. He likes playing chess with us. Checkmate in 3 moves for silver. As androids, we definitely know what the fuck is going on. The last scary game you played was Outlast. Nah, B, we need scary games that will make you shit your panties. What the fuck? I played scary games for you guys. Listen, Outlast, I don't know, man. Outlast was one of those games where I still have nightmares, man. That motherfucker was on some other shit, man. I think I just want to see more face reactions to make more emojis out of that shit, right? North Pole, White Russia wants it. Keep in mind that the North and South Pole are off limits. In real life, nobody can claim anything or do anything in those poles. Life found on Titan. So now humanity has actually expanded way beyond Mars, and they've been able to reach other locations in our solar system. So everything has been way more advanced, as you guys can see. Wait, I could have sworn. Wait a minute. I could have sworn I read everything on here, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't read everything just yet. That was my mistake. I could have sworn I read everything on here. So this is just bacteria. Let's do a cringy macaroni, then those won't get you strikes if you don't use any big channel videos, I think. Cringy, yeah, we can do cringy. Cringy does not get me in trouble as long as they're not from. It has to be from amateur. Well, other like I don't want to say low. It has to be from YouTube channels that are not big in that sense, if you know what I mean. We can probably do something like that tomorrow. We could do either let's do a spooky macaronis, or we can do a cringe macaronis tomorrow. My man got the haircut on fleek. Alright, there's more things to do over here before we wake him up. This is pretty much where Carl does his work. We haven't woken him up just yet because I want to explore pretty much what he does. Do some of the work before he wakes up and does his daily routine. There's more things for us to fix here. Now, Carl has an abusive son. Like in every real life, families, whether you're rich or poor, you're gonna have that one family member that kind of ruins your life. Unfortunately, the son is a drug addict. He comes to the father not because he cares. The android is the one that's taking care of the guy, and the son hasn't paid for the android. It's just that how can I put it? The son only comes when he needs money. And that's the part that sucks. You would think somebody who gives you everything, perhaps provided everything to you, and you just don't give a fuck. You go do your own life. He's a spoiled brat, let's put it that way. And he doesn't care about the father. No more BuzzFeed. They have too many dildos on their mind. I don't think twice. And don't think twice before striking someone down. There's a Fear 1 and 2 and Emily wants to play. Those are scary games. So I ended up finding this other scary game, Nani, on the PlayStation called something. It's like a Japanese game called something paperclip, no, origami. Fuck, I forgot what it was called. I'm gonna have to look for it. But it looked hella scary. I was like, if I play this game, I know people are gonna like laugh their asses off. I could have sworn we read this already. What else is there to read? We read everything on here. We read all of this already. Let me just skim through it one more time. I could have sworn we read everything on here. Well, I guess it's just there for the fuck of it. Yeah, let's go wake up Carl. Let's not waste so much more time. So, like I said, the son is very abusive. The father has been doing very well for himself. The father pretty much, his money takes care of him and the android, right? But you'll see when the son comes over, how abusive the son is. Again, it doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. It just goes to show you that everybody has these problems in real life. Very nice. Wait, whoa! Is the guy fucking him? Alright, let's go ahead and see where we gotta go next. Where the fuck is Carl? Carl's on this side. This motherfucker got fossils over his head and shit. Loch Ness Monster. Oh, Carl, wake the fuck up, my boy. Draw the curtains. So you'll see who this famous actor is. Play Welcome to the Game. I think that's the name. Those three are scary. Layers of Fear. PC got the best. PC definitely got the best scary games. You know why? Because most of them are indie, and those indie games are definitely good. Look who the actor is. He's the guy that played the android, which is funny.
Good morning,
for Aliens.
Good morning. It's 10 a.m.
Do you recognize this actor?
Weather is partly cloudy, 54 degrees, 80% humidity with a strong possibility of afternoon showers.
It sounds like a good day to spend in bed.
Administer Cross.
Pick up the paint that you ordered.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. That is the difference between you and me, right, Marcus? You never forget anything.
Show me your arm, please, Carl.
So Carl is
Carl.
He's the android that plays the android. Carl is the android that was played in Aliens.
My eyes and I'm already gritting my teeth.
Yeah, there's a Fear first.
Humans are such a fragile machine. They break down so quickly. All this effort to keep them going. Hey, what happened to your clothes?
Oh, it's nothing. Just some demonstrators in the street, Carl.
What a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, I'm getting the first layer. Yep.
Progress by roughing up a few androids. I hope they didn't harm you.
Oh, no.
So Carl
just pushed me around, Carl.
Cares of us a lot.
Okay.
Carl thinks of us as the son that he never had.
I'll take you to the bathroom.
And that's what makes his actual son jealous of us. Because even though we were hired to take care of him, Carl sees us as that son figure, you know what I mean? And us as an android end up becoming how can I put it? We end up developing feelings for this man because we see him as a father figure. Actually, he takes care of us. He cares for us. He pretty much helps us grow that, I guess, emotion of love in us as an android, or help us develop it once something bad happens to him. And again, not to spoil it too much, but something terrible happens to him eventually, and oh man, it's horrible. Horrible what's gonna happen. Carl finna get the Android D. I just told you, Nani, he's the actor that plays the android in the movie Aliens. He's been in a lot of movies in Hollywood.
Okay. What else? Just your usual fan mail. I've already answered.
Any news from Leo?
Leo is his son.
No, Carl. I can call him if you like.
No. No, don't bother.
The game, like I said, is very, very interesting. I would like to do more for Carl, but unfortunately,
breakfast is ready. Bacon and eggs, just the way you like them.
no more bacon on the salad. Look at that. We cooked for you, motherfucker. Only the best for your bitch ass. Bacon and eggs.
Television.
Wanna watch? He wants to watch that hentai. That new hentai that came out. I'm gonna put a tissue right here in case you bust a nut.
Why don't you find something to do while I finish my breakfast?
Sure. Okay, Carl.
So now we gotta go find some other shit to do. Find something to do. We've pretty much done most of the stuff we had to do around the house, but we can go ahead and finish up tidying up. My bad, Carl. I gotta get in your way, bitch ass nyaba. We already did this part right here. I mean, I could play chess. Let's go ahead and sit down. Even though he was eating.
Fancy game of chess?
Sure, yeah.
Speed chess.
Speed chess it is.
I like playing speed chess, to be quite honest with you.
Odd draw.
Well, I know that you don't like to lose, but you don't like it when I let you win either. A draw feels like an honorable compromise, no?
There's a new anime I've seen called Demon Slayer. Looks good. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Dad won't be here to take care of you anymore. You'll have to protect yourself and make your choices. Decide who you are and want to become.
You see, he's helping us
This world
open up
those who are different
our mind.
Don't let anyone tell you who you should be.
And that's the good thing about this game.
Let's go to the studio.
See, if humanity was different, I don't know, man. I think we're still up to a point where we don't know how to be good humans. There's still a lot of bad in the world. So you can imagine how tough it must be on Marcus and Carl if it's just been them two living together, you know? So here's where shit gets real. Here's where shit's about to get real.
Let's see where we left off. Remove the sheet.
Alright, we're gonna help you out, my boy. I said to do it again. He's a famous painter. Look at the paintings he does. Amazing, right? Bro, I've been seeing some messed up stuff. Have you been on the best gore? Which ones? The most gore I've seen in anime has got to be, well, best gore has been Berserk and Alucard. What's it called? What's that anime with Alucard? He's like a freaking, not Castlevania, but the one when he has guns and he shoots vampires too. I forgot the name of that anime. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The guy, he's a vampire and he has a red outfit. He wears glasses, a hat. Oh, I don't know about that. What, a website full of gore? E-Bum's World? But this is a really great game. And even though we as an android can paint better than he does.
What's your verdict, Marcus?
I like it.
Yes, there is something about it.
Hmm.
Something I can't quite define. I guess I like it.
The truth is, I have nothing left to say anymore. Each day that goes by brings me closer to the end. I'm just an old man clinging to his
I went
brush.
to a website where they show videos of people killing, murder, suicide.
But enough about
I've seen
me.
websites like that. I've stopped going to them
Let's see
because
if you have any talent.
I used to like going to them.
Try painting something.
Paint? What would I...
Not because I
Painting
enjoy
what?
watching
Anything
gore
you
or
want.
violence.
Give it a try.
I wanted just to get a taste of how messed up humanity is, and kind of having it linked to what we're looking at here, the game. It brought me to a realization that, you know what, there's gonna be so much messed up stuff that's gonna happen in the world regardless of where we live. And let's paint the statue. A lot of people chose the statue. I'm gonna go with the desk. And so yeah, I stopped going to those websites because I was like, you know what, I didn't think humanity was that messed up. And then I realized, you know what, a lot of people ignore those things that happen in the world because
Of reality.
our reality is different from
Painting
others.
is not about replicating the world.
He takes the phone with
It's about
him when
interpreting
falling.
and improving on it.
Yeah,
Showing
yeah.
something you see.
Seen the guy live stream himself.
Carl, I don't think I can do that. It's not in my program.
Go on, go. Try it. Grab that canvas.
So he wants us to paint something out of our heart or soul, but remember, we are an
Do
android.
something for me. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Trust me. Try to imagine something that doesn't exist, something you've never seen. Now concentrate on how it makes you feel, and let your hand drift across the canvas.
And Carl pretty much unlocks, I guess you could say, our emotions as an artificial intelligence. Let's go ahead and drew identity. Despair, doubts. Let's go with doubts. But again, going back to what you were saying, Nani, yeah, the reality is that humanity is messed up, you know. Maybe that's why a lot of people end up doing bad things because they think they can cure humanity by destroying them, but that's not the thing. There's also beauty in the world. That's the thing that I want to point out. Even though I was saying that there's a lot of bad things out there, at the end there's a lot of beauty that outweighs the negative stuff happening in the world. And this is Leo, Carl's bitch ass son.
Hey, Dad.
Leo.
Humanity had us messed up in those videos, make you lose faith in it.
Here you come in.
I was in the neighborhood.
But it's not about losing faith. That's not my point. My point is that even though there's a lot of bad stuff, a lot of good can come from it too.
You don't look so good.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
He's high as a motherfucker.
Hey, listen, I need some cash, Dad.
You think about it, Attica died the worst way possible by drowning. He probably broke his bones and he hit the water trying to get to shore. Maybe regretted it. Probably. It's sad.
You're on it again, aren't you?
No, I swear it's not that.
Don't lie to me, Leo.
What difference does it make? I just need some cash, that's all.
Sorry. The answer's no.
What? Why?
You know why.
Yeah, I think I do know why. You'd rather take care of your plastic toy here than your own son, right?
So here's where shit hits the fan.
What's he got that I don't? Smarter? More
This part
obedient?
sucks so much
Like me,
ass.
right? But you know what? This
I don't like
thing
Leo.
is not your son. It's a fucking machine. Leo,
Keep an eye on that thing on his retica, on his temple. It went red and yellow when he pushed us.
Your goddamn paintings. You've never loved anyone. You never loved me, Dad. You never loved me.
You see, the son is an asshole. He only comes when he needs money for drugs. If you have ever played Doki Doki Lit Club and where the girl hangs herself was a blood on her finger tips and the antagonist said that the blood was because of the survival instinct. What the fuck? So yeah, we got to meet Carl, his son Leo, Marcus, and it only gets interesting from here on out. Let's go ahead and leave it there for now. I'm gonna take like a 10-minute break. We're gonna play Devil May Cry 5 after this. I hope you guys enjoyed pretty much the gameplay of this, and if you just joined, definitely rewatch the stream. It was an interesting game. I love this game, and I do recommend you at least play it once so you can experience what the game is about. With that being said, again, if you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. We're going to be back in a little bit to play Devil May Cry 5. With that being said, this is Coco Baby signing off. Have a wonderful night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you motherfuckers in just a little bit. Thank you for coming through, and as always, I appreciate your viewership, and we'll see you for Devil May Cry 5. Peace.